2020. Today is going to be our first stretch of the year. I know a lot of us have been cramped up during the holiday season, whether we're in cars or planes, whatever the case may be. Today is going to be a good stretch to just loosen up that body and get us feeling nice and limber again. So without further ado, grab a mat and let's get started.
You're going to begin by running your fingers along the length of your spine, up and down, just warming up that spine before taking a few body rolls to the right. And then, of course, a few to the left as well. Come on over to your knees, move your cat out of the way if necessary. We're going to come into a tabletop position, just doing a few cat-cows here. First, arching the back, breathing in, exhaling, and coming downward, hollowing out that spine, that belly. Again, upward. And then we're going to bring it in again, exhaling inward. Push back into a downward dog and just feel that stretch along the back of the hamstring. Walk it out if necessary, and again, just breathe. Come back down into a tabletop position. We're going to begin getting into our puppy pose. Bring those forearms forward, allowing that chest to fall open and downward towards the ground. Again, bringing those forearms a little further out, allowing that chest to go even deeper. And if you do have that puppy pose position, bring those arms all the way out, pushing that chest forward and downward, and just breathing here. When you are ready, push back into a wide-legged child's pose, trying to get that chest to touch the ground while extending those arms forward. Roll yourself on up. We're going to come to the middle of our mat. We're going to bring one leg in and extend the other leg just to get a good side stretch in. Bring that arm over your head, attempting to bring the elbow down to the ground each time on the opposite arm. Again, coming up and outward, and then coming over. Hold the stretch here, extending the top arm a little bit further, trying to get that elbow down to the ground a little bit deeper as well. Now we are going to come and face our leg, allowing both hands to go on each side of the leg, and trying to exhale to get deeper, to have your nose come down to your knee. Roll on up. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite leg. Bring the left leg in and the right leg out, bringing that top arm up and over again for a deep side stretch, and bringing it over again and holding it here. Bring your arms to the outside of the leg and just breathe as you attempt to bring your chest and your nose to touch your thigh and your knee. Roll on up and bring those legs together. Extend them forward and just shake them out. That was a great stretch for not only the side but the back of the legs as well. We're going to come on down to our back. Just roll down very slowly through each vertebrae and bring those feet a little closer, and bring your right leg down and then your left leg down, allowing gravity and body weight to just bring those legs apart and get a deep hip opening stretch. slide those legs forward and come on over to your stomach. We're going to do a kind of counter stretch by coming into a cobra, bringing those shoulders away from those ears, coming back down, readjusting if necessary, trying to push a little bit deeper into that stretch, a little further up. And again, once more, bringing your chest up as far as possible, trying to keep those hips on the ground, and again, breathing here while doing so. We are going to push back into a downward dog. We're going to just allow the stretch to be felt along the back of our hamstrings before coming to the edge of our mat. We're going to get a deep stretch in not only the side of the leg, but the back of the leg as well. So come down to a low squat, extend. We're going to do this 4 more times, downward and upward, extending those legs, coming down again, extending, 2 more times here, down, extend, and once more here, down and extend. We're going to walk our hands to the outside of our right leg, just trying to get a deep stretch along, again, the back of the leg as well as the side. We're going to walk our hands to the opposite side and do the same, breathing here, of course. Bring those hands back to the center. Roll your body on up through each vertebrae, making sure your head is the last thing to come up, adjusting if need be. And of course, we will roll back down through each vertebrae very slowly here, bringing our palms to the ground if possible. Come up to a half lift, having the option to do it with fingertips touching the mat or coming to your shins. We're going to do this 2 more times. Just bringing those palms back down to the ground, coming up into a halfway lift. Again, taking whichever variation feels good for you. And once more here, bringing those palms back down and coming into that halfway lift. Walk the arms forward. We're going to come into a pyramid pose, bringing that right leg forward first and squaring those hips to make sure the left leg is in line as well. And then we're just going to drop our neck or drop our head here and breathe to feel that deep stretch along the hamstring. Of course, we'll do the same on the opposite, again squaring those hips and just allowing that head to fall over your leg. Bring those legs back together into a downward dog. Readjust as necessary, possibly walking the hands further and bringing the legs outward a little bit as necessary. We're going to come up into our tippy toes on a releve just to try and get a deep stretch in that calf. So here we go, bringing those feet upward and trying to get those heels to the ground. Coming up again and down a few more times here. Roll through a chaturanga here, trying to avoid crushing your cat. Just moving out the way and coming down to the ground and pushing back into a child's pose just to neutralize the stretches we've just done. roll on up very slowly. We're just going to roll our head to the right and do the same, of course, on the opposite side, rolling to the left as well. Roll those shoulders back. We'll do this 3 times here. Reverse that roll, coming forward for 3 times as well. Then we're just going to roll the arms opposite of each other 2 times going back, and we'll do the same 2 times going forward. Now we're just going to hollow out that back and stomach area, and then we're going to arch, just allowing that chest to open and bringing our head as far back as possible. Again, rolling and hollowing out that center and arching and bringing that head back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first 2020 stretch.
Alright guys, that was our first stretch of the 2020 new year. Hopefully you guys are feeling a lot more loose and a lot more limber. If you did like this video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and again, Happy New Year, and I hope you guys have a great day. We'll see you next week.